Hi, hey, ho, he, ha. Good evening from London, England. Um, or is it good morning, good afternoon, or in some cases, good night and rest well from your host, your guy himself. Let me introduce myself for the first time if you're watching. You regular viewers, you know what time it is, yeah? It's preview time. DLG repping. Dele London Guna, Space, Romeo, Echo, Papa, Indigo, November. Yes, it's me again. And it's preview time. Yes, Arsenal v Southampton. 3 o'clock kickoff at the Emirates. And sadly, I will not be going to that game. However, I'll be doing my match preview for the West Ham game on Tuesday. So look out for that one, yeah? And I'll be doing the team news, or should I say team lineups, while I'm at the Emirates, yeah, an hour before kickoff for the West Ham game. So watch out for that. So I hope you've had a good day. This is another preview. Before I get into it, yeah, make sure you drive positive feedback in my comment section below, just like Barry Larry has done, yeah? Keep it positive feedback. That is what I promote, yeah? None of the negative stuff. Smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Share this channel abundantly all over the world, virally, and tell your friends and your relatives to do the same, yeah? Click on that share button and make sure to tell their friends and relatives to do the same. Also, subscribe to the channel. And speaking of which, I've got another subscriber. He or she is the 198th subscriber to my channel. So massive shout out to yourself. I don't know where you're from, what race you are, etc. Massive shout out to yourself. Yeah, I appreciate the love and the support, yeah. And that's what I do when you subscribe. I'll shout you out, yeah, as much as possible. Right, let's get into the preview of Arsenal v Southampton. A game that I think we drew last season. Yeah, I think we drew the fixture due to a poor season, and even during the COVID era, yeah, we dropped 2 points against Southampton. Walcott came back and haunted us and got a goal. However, we got the equaliser, but it wasn't enough to get the 3 points. Let's face it, the pressure's off, and I would expect Arsenal to get the 3 points. However, sadly, I won't be going to an Arsenal-Southampton game that I've never been to before. There's always next season. That's the way it goes. But my first Arsenal v West Ham United game, I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait. Right, let's talk about Southampton a little bit. They've been struggling this season. They played a good game against Brighton, and for me, unlucky not to win. In my personal view, they created enough opportunities. Broha, who's on loan at Chelsea, he's got to be someone that we will have to look after. And with Gabriel and Ben White, I shouldn't expect to have a problem there. Tomiyasu, some nicknaming Tommy Cafu. I mean, he didn't have a bad game. But Mr. Lee Gunner Bang, big respect I have for you, but Tomiyasu is not a poor player. But you have your opinion, and I respect that. And if you want to respect my opinion, then it's entirely down to you. I've got big respect for you. I respect your opinion and your channel. And massive shout out to yourself, Lee Gunner Bang, on 65,000 subscribers. It's a mean feat, and it's not an easy feat to achieve. But you know what? You've been consistent over the last couple of years, so keep it going, and long may it continue. But on the Tomiyasu subject, I mean, he's the best right back we've had for a long, long time defensively. And offensively, he's not bad. Just needs to work on his crossing, I guess. But he's not bad. I wouldn't swap him for any right back in the Premier League right now. Um, with us, we've come off a back of 2 defeats in the spin. Poor against Everton, and what Arsenal need to do is give the fans some cheering up by putting in a performance, a good all-round performance against Southampton, and getting the job done. And let's get the 3 points. So this is going to lead me to pick the starting 11. The formation is a 4-4-1-1, and starting in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. He could do nothing about the 2 goals or the 4 that he conceded. If you can include the other 2 that he conceded, it's just a subtotal of 4. He couldn't do nothing much about it. However, he has been excellent since he's signing from Sheffield United, and he's more or less established as our number 1 goalkeeper, unless Bird Leno has a big, massive say. He is our number 1 goalkeeper. Aaron Ramsdale starts. Right, the back 4, Tomiyasu, or should I say Takahiro Tomiyasu. For me, he starts at right back. There's no arguments there. He's developing into maybe one of the best right backs in years to come in the Premier League, maybe in Europe, maybe in the world. I've got no problems with him. He does what it says on the tin. He defends first, wins his personal duels. You know, well, I can't praise him anymore. He's officially our number 1 established right back. He starts this game. The centre-back pairing of Benjamin White and Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhaes. Benjamin White, for me, can't say he had a great game. Nowhere near a good game against Everton, but he wasn't too bad. But for me, he will start this game. And for me, he's been a colossus at the back. All right, in the big games, Richarlison had his way, and him and Gabriel Magalhaes did not really marshal him that well. But he will start this game. And Broja, he'll be a tricky customer, so we've got to look after him. Benjamin White starts, and he's winning a lot of headers as well. So look out for that, Arsenal fans, if you're there. Right, Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhaes, our best centre-half and best defender at the club, hands down. He's unique, quick, strong. Nothing phases him. And I mean, nothing faces him, or no striker in the Premier League faces him. He is up for the battle and the rough and tough, the rough and toughness that comes with it. He is, for me, one of the best centre halves in the Premier League, and he's proven that game by game since last season. And he's only going to get better with age and with the ability to train hard as well. And you can see by his performances, he is training hard and putting in the work in training. And obviously, he's become an exceptional signing. For me, he starts this game alongside Benjamin White. The partnership is an understanding between the 2 of them. Left back, Kieran Tierney, I'm sticking with him. He looked a little rusty in that game, and that's understandable in the last game. However, he does offer us an offensive outlet, with his crossing that led to Odegaard's goal. It just shows you his end product is there. You just need the right players to attack it. Kieran Tierney starts this game for me. And that's my back 4. Right, midfield 4. Maybe, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give Bukayo Saka a rest, and I'm going to go with Nicola Pepe. No, in fact, I'm going to change that. I'm going to go with Gabriel Martinelli on the right. For me, he was our most lively player at Goodison Park. He looked a threat every time he had the ball, and he went at the Everton defenders And if he can get if he gets a couple of opportunities to score a goal or some goals, he will do so. It's just getting the right service, and getting the right passes. The end product has got to be to his liking, and he can do the damage. Even going the other way, he does track back and he shows a lot of fight. That's one thing about him, He never stops running. Gabriel Martinelli will start on the right for me. In the midfield, I'm still going to persevere with Thomas Partey. He's been poor the last couple of games. But for me, once he gets up to scratch and once he finds his form, he is one of the best combative midfielders in the world right now. Well, he is one of the best competitive midfielders in the world. And once he gets up to scratch and he hits form, he is unplayable. And for me, Thomas Partey will start alongside Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Again, I'm picking Ainsley Maitland-Niles in this position because he's got the legs to get up and down the pitch. He puts in a battle against any midfielder that the league has got to offer. And for me, he's very tidy with the ball as well and very confident with the ball. And I don't think he's scared to find a forward pass and to get forward and show support. So he starts this game for me. On the left, Nicola Pepe. I think he's more effective playing in the left-hand side of midfield than he is on the right. And last season, he got goals for us in that position. He looks a threat. If we can get this guy running at defenders, he is a big, big problem. And he's got the dribbling ability and the technical ability to, dazzle defenders with his ability to dribble. And he's got goals in him. For me, Nicola Pepe starts this game on the left. Right, the number 10 role, I'm going to give it to Emile Smith-Rowe. If he's fit, he starts this game. He's got 5 goals from midfield this season. Playing him in a free role, it can only be a reason for that, and he looks more dangerous. For me, it's a free role, and giving that responsibility to Emile Smith-Rowe will tell me that he is capable of hurting defenders and arriving late in the box to score goals, and that's what he's all about, as well as linking up players with his teammates. Although he's got a great understanding with Bukayo Saka, but I'm going to put him on the bench just because I feel that he needs a rest. Right, up top, Alexander Lacazette. He's just got to concentrate on closing defenders down, working his heart out, which is the bare minimum, but he's got to concentrate on getting into the box when we're attacking. I want to see him live in the box, and by doing that, he will get us goals. By not being in the box and being in a defensive midfield position, we're ineffective in attack, and hence the reason why there's calls for a new striker. Alexander Lacazette, he makes my starting 11 as a lone striker. Right, my substitution bench. Bird Leno, unless he's got an injury. If he's still injured, I'll go with Okonwu, but Bird Leno, if he's fit, then he's on the bench for me, and all he can do is work as hard as he can, allow Mikel Arteta to witness how hard he is prepared to push Ramsdale off that number 1 spot, and he may have his time again. Until then, he's on the bench. Substitute number 2, Callum Chambers. If he's fit, he's ahead of Rob Holding. And the reason why he's ahead of Rob Holding, because he is a decent squad Premier League player, where Holding, I just don't have the time for. I really don't rate him. I would rather Marie, but Marie has publicly made it clear that he seeks his future elsewhere. So I don't think I'll have a player on the bench if his mind's not on Arsenal Football Club. However, Tottenham Chambers is my substitute number 2. Substitute number 3. Substitute number 3. He's got to be a centre half. No, I'll tell you what. Substitute number 3. Nuno Tavares. He is versatile. He can operate at right back, but he's mainly, obviously, a left back, and he's done well up until the last game that he played. But for me, I'll go with Nuno Tavares on the bench. Substitute number 4, Cedric Soares. A good all-round professional in the change room, within around the squad amongst the young players. And he's a proven Premier League performing right back. But for me, Tomiyasu is on bits this season, and I mean bits. One of our best performers this club has seen this season. Substitute number 5, Albert Mboyo Sambi Lokonga. I like him. I like him. There's huge potential in this guy. And what I've seen this season is he is not scared to play a forward pass, and he's got a lot of confidence about him. But for me, he's still a raw talent. But I do like him, and he's a raw talent that I shouldn't really be seeing in the first team. He's not proven as an experienced midfield player and knowing what to do in the bigger games. For me, that's where I have him on the bench. I'll be surprised if he starts tomorrow. Right, substitute number 6, Martin Odegaard. Yes, he's had 2 goals in 2 games, but I feel with Emile Smith-Rowe's form and his fitness, for me, he is ahead of Odegaard, and so that's the number 10, in the number 10 role. So that's Odegaard on my bench. Substitute number 6. Substitute number 7, Bukayo Saka. I would prefer not to put him on the bench, but because of the limited options we have on the wing, he may have to come on at some point just to make a difference. However, he is on my bench for this game. Substitute number 8, Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. The reason for this is I want him stripped off the captain's armband because he's not worthy of performing as a leader, and he's not getting goals. He's working hard, closing down players in the pressure game, but that's the bare minimum requirement. I want to see him get on to the end of attacks, scoring goals. He's just not performing. He's not producing the goals, and he's just not performing this season. I think it's just due to the lack of confidence. That's all it is for him. Once he gets his mojo back, I'll tell you what, he is a big problem, especially when he's scoring goals. Big problem and a big threat. But we see a lack of threat. We say that about Alexander anyway. His friend starts, and his mate is on the bench. Following Balogun. Now, for me, yes, he is another raw talent, but there is huge potential in this guy, and he should be able to make the bench ahead of Eddie, out of contract, Nketiah. The guy does not want to play for Arsenal anymore. Why is he playing? Why is Arteta picking him ahead of Balogun? Doesn't make no sense to me. He should be starting on the bench ahead of Nketiah. I'm not having none of that. Now, that is my substitution bench. I've left out El Neni. I've left out Xhaka because I simply just don't rate him. It's as simple as. And I don't think he can play alongside Partey. Until next time, DOG repping, we talk again. Ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you once again for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and saving the best to last. As I always say, thank you for putting up with me. Always a pleasure. Until next time, we're gonna speak again. We're gonna get the review out of the way, definitely, and hopefully it's a winning one. On top of that, take care of your friends, take care of your families, take care of yourselves, stay safe, keep warm in the cold, or keep warm while you're outside, having a good time, especially when it's cold in London, England, or elsewhere. It might be hot, it might be mild, wherever you are around the world. Just take care of yourselves. Obviously, peace again, love again, and bless again, as I always say without fail. All that is left for me to say is like, comment, share, and subscribe. Show me that love, yeah? And just please be nice.